Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Surprise Jab podcast. I'm your host, Zach Ruger, and we are back for a third episode. And guess what? We have our first guest. We have a special guest.
I'm the first guest?
The first guest. The one, the only, Mr. Ryan Boniecki. Ryan, welcome to the podcast.
I did not know. I did not know I was the first guest. I feel honored, because, I got some crazy takes over here, all right? So, and I know my stuff, so... You know what? I'm just ready. I'm
very happy to have you on. So Ryan, where are you from? Where are you going? What goals do you have in life?
Yeah. So from Chirac. No, I'm from Plainfield, Illinois, suburb outside of Chicago. I'm going to be a freshman at the University of Iowa. Nice. Any Hawkeyes out there, go Hawkeyes. Even though I've never been there, but I feel like I gotta cheer for them. I'm pre-med, and, I'm excited, ready for college, and I'm a big sports guy, so, I know my stuff.
Very nice. Very nice. Today's episode, we'll be going over a number of topics. We'll be talking about the NBA free agency. Lots been going on in the NBA free agency market. A UFC 290 preview, probably focusing more on the main card. We might be having you blind rank a couple rappers. Talking about the next fantasy football season for the NFL. Maybe even doing a little higher lower for the teams. And we'll be ending with a little surprise. You'll have to stay tuned for that. You'll have to stay tuned for that. Ready to dive in?
I am more than ready.
Alrighty. NBA free agency has been kicking off. I took notes of a couple trades, a couple signings. Just stuff that's been going on of late. Do you want to give your opinion?
A lot has happened. One of the crazier free agencies, I don't know if it was 2016 or 2017, it was the one where KD left and especially just nowadays with the NBA, I'm not trying to be any old head type stuff. There's no loyalty. So superstars changing up and all this stuff. So I mean, it's exciting for the free agency. I saw this Instagram post and it was imagine if the NBA didn't announce trades and players just showed up in their new jerseys.
I would love that.
At the start, imagine 2016, KD's just in a Warriors jersey. That'd be tough.
We need that shock factor. Who can you give me? What can you even compare that to? WWE, and that's all scripted.
Yeah, freaking
surprise entrance.
On TikTok, I see John Cena just he'll just come back after missing 3 years and just oh my God, it's John Cena.
It'd be very nice if Damian Lillard just showed up in a Heat jersey.
I wish.
On Damian. So we'll actually start with that. Damian Lillard leaving the Trailblazers, probably the biggest news of this offseason.
Yeah.
Do you think it's time that he finally left the Trailblazers?
Let me get the mic a little closer to me. 100%. Like I said, superstars, they don't have loyalty. He's been the only one, him and Bradley Beal. But I'm assuming Bradley Beal will get brought up later. They've been with these, they're not big franchises New York, Golden, LA, all this stuff. Portland's a small market team. So I mean, there's no future there for him. Not gonna lie, he's wasted his career there. But I mean, when you're loyal to a franchise like that, it's tough. They have their moments with CJ McCollum, but after CJ McCollum left, I really don't know what their goal, their intention was, and I'm glad the front office also was yeah, it's time to get him out of here, because there was him and Scoot. I also that was never gonna click. I just did not ever. Once they picked Scoot, I was they're moving on from Dame, so I liked it. I liked it for Dame. And for Portland, the future of Portland. And for the Heat. Overall, I just liked it.
I agree. I feel he'll fit in well if he does go with the Heat, but the Trailblazers were such a first round or one and done in the playoffs. It was definitely time to move on. We have many other players to cover. You did mention Bradley Beal.
Yes.
We'll talk about him quickly. On the Suns. That's a big trade.
No.
Big
I not gonna say I hate it. Hate's a strong word. I dislike it. A lot of things we don't understand. If you're just kind of a casual NBA watcher, you see these super teams, you're oh my gosh, they're going to be insane. Real NBA fans know you need amazing role players to win. What did we just see with the Denver Nuggets? Obviously, you have two superstars, Murray and Jokic, and then you have role players, Aaron Gordon, Bruce Brown, Christian Brown, all stepping up. You need role players. They have no depth. It's just I don't even know if they're gonna click together. You have 3 number 1 guys playing with each other. That is just weird in itself. But I mean, Brad Beal also said he'll step aside. He literally said this is D-Book's town. So like I don't know. They all can't drop 30 points a game. So.
And that's a very good point, because I bring that back to when the Warriors signed KD, is that you couldn't have Durant, Green, Thompson, Curry all scoring 30 a night. And that's one of the rare times that it has worked, but you can obviously point to the Brooklyn Nets of these past few years. With no success whatsoever with all the superstars. Even the 76ers struggling.
And the Suns struggled this year with bringing in KD. Mavericks. I mean, that's not like a prime example, but it somewhat kind of fits the example. Like they traded away some key role players, and like I don't know, the Suns had Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson. I really like them, and low key the Nets might be cooking something up right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Mavericks re-signing Kyrie to a 3-year deal.
Yeah.
Is that the right move for them?
For Kyrie or for the Mavericks?
I don't even know. Kyrie's an interesting character off the court.
Yeah.
I don't know how he really gels with anyone.
Well, because the thing, NBA more than any other sport, when you look at free agency signings, also like a lot of people look at it the player aspect too, rather than when you're looking at the NFL, you look at it a team aspect. But I don't know why we take like these like players and we're like, is it a good fit for them? For Kyrie, no, I do not think Mavericks are going to win anything with him. They don't have a big man. Like Christian Wood's really not that good. Like I don't know, and I really don't think I don't think Luka can like really thrive in a backcourt where he has someone like Kyrie Irving there with him. I think he need, like a Chris Paul. I feel like would be really good with Luka, but I don't really know how to feel about him and Kyrie. But Kyrie, I don't know. It's weird. I don't get it.
It's an interesting situation. Back to the Warriors. Chris Paul, now on the Warriors. I just feel Chris Paul's making the rounds with every team now.
He's been actually on a lot of teams in his career when you look at it. I'm not going to say he's bad. I mean, he's really good for like a 37-year-old point guard, but I don't really know. With the Warriors, Curry's not going to play defense. Clay's not going to play defense. Chris Paul's not going to play defense. So you're going to play those 3 guys. That's your backcourt. And then what? Either Andrew Wiggins or Draymond's going to come off the bench because you have Kevon Looney at your big man. Kevon Looney himself is already undersized, the big man. I like him, but he's undersized. So you have Andrew Wiggins or Draymond Green coming off the bench, or they're going to put Chris Paul on the bench. I don't really know what they're going to do with that, but they need more defense, especially in the West. When you have Kyrie, you have D-Book, you have all these insane guards.
Yes, the choice to get rid of Jordan Poole and bring in Chris Paul. Yes. Definitely one I question from the Warriors head office.
I mean, I don't know. It also kind of scares me, though. I feel like Kerr's always cooking up something over there. I forgot their GM's name, too, but he's really good. So it confuses me, but I'm not a freaking basketball mastermind like these guys, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're like a 2 seed going into the playoffs.
Without a doubt. We'll stay in the West here as Fred VanVleet joins the Rockets on a 3-year deal. I do feel bad for Fred. I
forgot about that. Can I also group in Dylan Brooks with? Can I just
throw in Dylan Brooks? I didn't think anyone would actually sign him.
Well, he's getting a bag, 4 years, $80 million, and then I think Fred VanVleet was 3 years, 120. First of all, NBA just has so much money. Rockets had a bunch of money to spend. I don't know if it's Asur or Amen Thompson. They have one of the Thompson twins. I love both of the Thompson twins. I like Jalen Green, even though he's on that weird sus type stuff.
Who knows what he's up to?
I like their backcourt. I like Jabari Smith Jr. He was kind of a bust, but he just dropped 33 the other night in the summer league. So I like what they have cooking. I mean, you're overpraying for Fred VanVleet, but I like Fred VanVleet, and I also I've been seeing this a lot. First of all, you completely overpay Dylan Brooks, but
very true.
Having a Dylan Brooks on your team is honestly so beneficial, especially when you have younger guards, because he just kind of brings that fire, that intensity that you like need like with these guys,
I agree.
Like he can kind of like mold them, especially like Jalen Green. He's doing this weird sus stuff off the court. Dylan Brooks gonna get him in place, okay? But like $20 million a year, like that's insane. He's not gonna even start. Like no way, like unless you're benching Asura Amen Thompson. I forgot which Thompson it is. I always call him the Thompson twin, or like Fred VanVleet, like. Or Jalen Green, like I don't know. They have like 4 guards now, so I don't know. Like they're benching someone, so
they're definitely in the middle of a rebuild of sorts. I don't know if they. I feel like they might know what they're doing, but when you think of the Rockets, do you think of any big men at this point?
No. I like their young guys on their team. Like obviously they're rebuilding, but like the Fred VanVleet Dylan Brooks combo is weird. Signing one or the other would make sense. Like just signing like Dylan Brooks, like a little deal. Like I would like it, or just Fred VanVleet, but like both of them, I don't really see where they're going with that.
No,
I feel like I'm being negative on like all these like deals, but like I don't agree with them. Like I don't get it.
It's been a weird offseason.
It has.
It's been a weird.
Besides the Dame one,
agency.
the Dame one,
the Dame one will be interesting.
Yeah,
I think the consensus is the Heat.
Yeah. Oh no way he goes anywhere else.
As a Timberwolves fan, I always hold out hope.
No.
Speaking of which. Anthony Edwards, 5 years. I believe it was 240.
All those boys were getting
260.
Paid. Desmond Bane got a bag. LaMelo Ball rightfully got paid.
LaMelo Ball extension
and
with the
Anthony
Hornets.
Edwards rightfully got paid. Desmond Bane got overpaid, but then again, like all these guys, like we're saying overpaid, but I think this is just the new standard in the NBA now. Like just with the amount of money they have coming in and stuff. I like re-signing all these young guys to good deals because they're still developing. Anthony Edwards, people don't realize this. Like he did not care for basketball in college. Like he didn't even like it. Like he was just playing it for fun. And now he
went to Georgia. He went to Georgia.
Yeah,
not a big basketball.
And he didn't care. That was literally the number one issue with him. Wasn't like he fouls too much or he can't shoot. It was he doesn't have like a love for the game. But now he does. He's getting better. Great signing for a poverty franchise. I can go all day about the Timberwolves, but I won't because I don't want to get beat up or anything over here. But
we'll have a good season, I promise you.
Well, like I said, I like re-signing all those young guys because they can really. All 3 of them I really like, and they're both just gonna. All 3 of them are just gonna get better.
All right, a couple more players we're gonna touch on for NBA free agency. Duke fan, you're a huge Duke fan.
Oh yes.
One of your boys, Tyus Jones. Now on the Wizards.
Oh, that's right.
How do you feel about
that? That was that 3-team trade.
Yep.
I feel like he just got grouped into that D3. I think Memphis sold the bag with him because he was the best backup point guard in the NBA, and he would have started on half of the NBA teams. He's led the league in assist to turnover ratio 5 years in a row. Like and in the playoffs, and when John Morant was out, he was putting up like 15 a game. Like that is a guy you want your team. The Wizards got a good guy. I'm not even saying that as a Duke fan. Like Tyus Jones was so underlooked. Like I loved him in college, and I loved him on the Grizzlies. In that Lakers series, like he was so good. Yeah, I feel like he just got screwed. Like Marcus Smart got screwed. Bro was asleep when they traded him.
Yeah,
he gave everything he dyed his hair and shit for them, and they just traded him. And because the Celtics got Kristaps, which
yep, I was gonna ask you about that.
Celtics getting Kristaps. I mean. I love Marcus Smart. Like he was not even just because like he was like when you look at Marcus Smart, he's just like a Celtic. But like I guess they like Derek White better. I feel like that's what that meant. And I guess because Robert Williams, their big man, he has injury issues, so I guess that's why they want Kristaps. I like Kristaps. He's a good player. He was good on the Mavericks, and he was. I mean, the Wizards. No one really looks at them, but he was good on the Wizards. But all 3 teams, I feel like, got something good for sure. I actually think all 3 teams lost something, but also benefited in whichever way they were going into that 3-team trade, like what they were looking for.
These 3-team trades, they really make it difficult to follow. They trade so many picks.
Maybe
players.
Marcus Smart will shape Ja up and be like, all right, you need to freaking work on your stuff. Stop showing guns on IG Lives and crap.
He's going to mess up his life, all right? We got 3 veterans. Let's talk about him. Patrick Beverley joining the 76ers. This doesn't even feel real.
He's just getting passed around, dude. Pat Bev was a bull for a little bit.
He was a Timberwolf for a little bit.
And he didn't really do much. He just kind of ran his mouth. I'm kind of scared about him and Joel practice together in the practice facility and stuff. Veteran presence, I guess they probably want to make a move. I really won't make a
There's
difference
not
for the
much to
Sixers.
say. When I think of the stat sheets, I think of Pat Bev with 2 points,
Yes.
5 assists, 8 rebounds.
I think they just
and a
had
bunch
some
of
money
steals.
to spend and they gave it to him. That's really it.
Speaking of which, Kevin Love resigns with the Heat on a 2-year deal. I didn't even know if he had a year left in him.
Wow.
Much less
he looked really old in the NBA Finals. He looked like he couldn't move.
The hair's
I
graying.
I did not know about them re-signing him, but 2 years is crazy. I'm assuming it's cheap. I hope it's cheap.
It's ring chasing. It's got to be ring chasing.
Veteran presence. I like always having a good veteran presence on your team.
And the last player we are going to mention right now, former Bull, former Timberwolf. I could not believe when I saw him get back into the league. Derrick Rose signing with the Grizzlies.
Again, I think they're just trying to, first of all, make up for the fact that they don't have Ja for the first 25 games, and just having a veteran presence around Ja. That's really it's pretty kind of obvious that they're doing that, and I like it. I love D-Rose, and hopefully he'll get a ring.
I love it. By the way, did you see the Victor Wembanyama and Britney Spears?
Oh
stuff?
yeah,
What?
I did. I'm actually kind of on Britney Spears' side on this. He's 7'5". Where else is she supposed to grab? How's she supposed to touch his shoulder?
And why are they slapping her? Even if you don't know who it is, why are you slapping her?
First of all, I don't think she spanked him. I think she just kind of poked him. But he's 7'5". What is she supposed to freaking jump up and tap him in the back or something? He's huge. Britney Spears what 5'3", 5'4". He's a whole 2 foot taller than her.
I just got done catching parts of that summer league game. Not the best shooting from him.
No.
But
And
it's the first game.
The second pick, Brandon Miller, had 15 fouls in 2 games. 15. 1-5. He had 8 in 1 game. I don't even know. I thought you. Is there not fouling out in the summer league? There's actually a genuine question. I don't know. How do you have 8 fouls in a game?
I
thought it
don't
was
know.
6.
Summer league, not the best way to judge these players, but it is a glimpse at who they are. All right, we're gonna move on. Maybe more into my realm of
Yes.
sorts. My favorite part.
I
of
dominated the
every-
conversation, but low key, this is.
I love it. That's why you're here. That's why you're invited on. All right, but now
This
we're
is
moving
his
on.
stuff now.
The UFC 290 main card. All right, we're each gonna give our picks for the main card. I of course write them down officially in the picks book.
How'd you do on the last one on 289?
289. I believe we went. I think it was 3-2.
All right.
3-2. I actually picked Beneil Dariush to beat Charles Oliveira, and right when the fight started, I started rooting for Oliveira.
Well, yeah. How can I would always root for him, to be honest. It's kind of hard not to.
All right, but we got a huge one this weekend. UFC
It
290.
is a big boy.
I mean, we were together last summer for International Fight Week when Adesanya took on Cannonier.
Oh yeah,
Remember that?
Yeah,
Not
I heard
the
you-
best.
Yeah, I was gonna say that
Not
fight
the
was
best,
low key kind of
But
lame.
we were together for 285 this year, which is my personal opinion has been the best pay-per-view
Oh, that was
of the
amazing.
year. Jones
Oh,
gone.
that-
All right. Now, for anyone who follows the card a lot, I'll let you know. Jack Della Maddalena, do you know who that is?
I've heard of it.
Up and coming.
I've heard of it. I've heard
Up
actually.
and coming welterweight. He's currently number 14 in the division. Supposed to fight Sean Brady, who's actually ranked number 8, but Sean Brady pulled out. He was supposed to take on this undefeated guy named Josiah Harrell,
Oh wow.
and they stopped the fight today because they did an MRI on Josiah Merrill, and something was wrong with his cartilage or something, an artery or something.
Let
and
him fight.
they might have saved his life.
Ah.
I can't do that fight, all right?
Let him fight, man.
We're just going to talk about the main card because we have lots to cover, but some notable things. Robbie
Yeah, I was
Lawler.
just gonna say.
Robbie Lawler will be retiring on the prelims. This is his final fight.
Finally, dude. Jeez.
Final fight. All right. Crute, Menefield, that's Jimmy Crute, and Alonzo Menefield. They're rematching. I encourage everyone to go watch their fight from UFC 284, I believe. Very entertaining. They had a draw earlier this year, decided to run it back. There are 3 undefeated fighters that I'm going to try and catch their matchups. We have Yasmin Jarogui. Don't know if I pronounced that
Nice.
right. 10-0.
Nice name.
10-0. Tatsu Taira,
Oh wow.
flyweight, 13-0 from Japan. Japan could have their first champion.
Tatsu, what a name.
All right, and then we got Cameron Saman. I believe he's South African. I don't know for sure. Also 8-0. We're here to talk about the main card.
Yes.
So, starting off.
My guy.
Do you know who Bo Nickel is?
Oh my!
You know who Bo Nickel
Dude,
is?
I bet on him last time you were here on his under fight. Oh, go Bo Nickel under fight time if you're taking.
And significant
I can't
strikes.
legally advise betting, but go Bo Nickel under fight time on Prize Picks and it'll hit. I swear.
I don't know what the odds are right now, but last time I checked, it was in the minus 2,400.
Yeah.
Minus
Who
2,000.
do they even have him up against, dude?
All right,
the
his
frick-
opponent.
Who is that?
Val Woodburn, 7-0.
Yeah, not for much longer.
I don't know if he has 6 finishes, 5 finishes. He has something. But at the end of the day,
It's Bo Nickel.
it's short
dude.
notice. I saw the height difference. Bo Nickel,
What is the height difference?
I saw him standing on stage. You can visibly see 6'1",
What?
5'8".
Why do they have him 5'8", 185 pounds? This dude's walking around 5'8", like 200.
He's a
Who's
chunky
walking
boy.
around like that?
Val, I respect you for taking on short notice, but was there any doubt? Even if it was Trayshawn Gore.
Well, this is what the UFC does when they put I don't even know. I think I was with you. They had like an up and comer, like a really good up and comer fighting some dude, and like he lost. But like, anyways, like what they like to do is they take these up and coming dudes, put them against bums, get hyped for them, and then they start fighting real fighters. So I think Bo Nickel will fight like a real fighter his next fight. I hope he does. But I mean, like, dude's 5'8". He's 5'8", and he's fighting in middleweight. Like that doesn't even make any sense. Like, why?
Bo Nickel, I don't
Throws
know
a
if
meatball.
it's- I don't know if it's a 2-time or 3-time Penn State wrestling champion.
Oh, yeah, man.
It's something ridiculous. Without a doubt. Hammer Bo Nickel. I'm going to go submission in round 1.
Oh yeah.
But I can easily see a knockout, too. Bo Nickel.
I think I'll just take him to the ground right away.
That's what he did the last.
Okay, but this Val dude has to be like a wrestler if he's 5'8". No way he's standing up with other middleweights.
I believe I may have.
But he's low-key, he has a good reach for 5'8". It was 74 inches. Or unless Bo Nickel has a short reach. The reach wasn't that much of a difference.
All right, I actually do have his record pulled up. He has 1, 2, 3. He has 5 finishes.
Submission or knockout?
TKOs. All TKOs.
Oh, wow.
He last fought.
Is he fighting another meatball?
He last fought August 20th last year.
Oh, yeah, this dude's done for.
So, been a while.
Say goodbye to him, Jesus.
Thank you very much, Val.
Almost a year? Wow.
Been a while.
Bro hasn't fought in a year and he's fighting Bo Nickel.
He's taking this fight on short notice too. So
Hey man, he's on the pay-per-view.
we're going with Bo Nickel.
He's getting a
All right.
bag.
Next up, lightweight matchup: number 11 Jalen Turner versus number 12 Dan Hooker.
I like Jalen Turner.
I like Jalen Turner. Now this is notable. He actually missed weight by 2 pounds,
Jeez.
coming in at 158. 156 was the lightweight limit. Jalen Turner coming off a loss to Matus Gamrot via split decision.
I saw that fight, yeah.
We did see that fight. But before that, 5 fights, 5 finishes. And I believe the Matus Gamrot fight was on short notice. And guess who he was supposed to fight?
Dan Hooker?
Dan Hooker. Right.
Oh.
Dan Hooker coming off a Claudio Puelles finish. And have you seen Dan Hooker lately?
I have not.
He's got some new leg tattoos.
Oh, wow.
I believe a new back tattoo.
Oh.
And he dyed his hair blonde.
Oh, wow.
So he's going through something. He's trying to change up something. But from what I've seen of Jalen Turner, I mean, the Matus Gamrot fight, the only reason he lost is Matus was hugging him against the cage. I faintly remember that fight.
Dude, what a nickname, the Tarantula. Dude,
Tarantula.
okay, he has a nickname, the Tarantula. I already, because I've actually seen him fight. I've never seen Dan Hooker fight. I've seen Jalen Turner fight, though.
Dan Hooker was fighting dogs, but he was getting finished. Michael Chandler finished him in his debut. Islam Makhachev finished him.
Oh, that's right. Jalen Turner's a lightweight. Mm-hmm. He's a tall one, though.
He's, I believe, what is he?
He's 6'3".
6'3".
Yeah.
That's tall. That's tall for Jalen Turner.
Actually, I have seen I saw that Dan Hooker Islam fight. Never mind.
So yeah, we're going with Jalen Turner.
Heck yeah, man. I agree.
I'm going to go by submission. I feel like he can get his hands on him.
Mm.
Plus, if anyone's been looking at Dan Hooker as of late, he holds a submission loss to Islam, TKO loss to Arnold Allen.
I don't blame him. Islam a dog.
All right, we'll see. But let's get into the top 3 fights
What we really care about.
of these cards. All right. we're starting off.
Dude, this is actually like I'm actually really pumped for that fight.
I've been telling everyone this week.
Because I like both those dudes.
Robert Whittaker, Dricus du Plessis, the people's main event.
That is it is the people's main event. I care. Well, obviously, I care about the Volk one the most. But
Agreed.
I care about the Whittaker fight more than the Moreno fight.
I agree. Robert Whittaker, number 15 pound for pound fighter, number 2 in the middleweight division, taking on Dricus du Plessis at number 5.
Oh, he's climbed up
division.
Since I last saw him.
Yeah, as Robert Whittaker beat Marvin Vettori September 3rd, 2022 in Paris. I do remember his Izzy fight.
He hasn't fought. Oh, that's right. He hasn't fought in that long.
No.
Last time I saw him fight was that Izzy fight. I didn't see him fight Vettori.
Du Plessis.
He's South African.
Yeah, he actually won on that 285 card. I feel like we saw all these fighters fight.
I remember
that Brunson fight. Brunson basically gassed out. Du Plessis.
I like Derek Brunson.
Finished him.
He's funny.
You know, everyone's been kind of knocking Dricus. He doesn't have the most impressive wins. I mean, Darren Till was washed. He couldn't finish Brad Tavares, who was kind of washed. And he kind of beat bums for his first 2 fights.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know who those 2 other people are.
But, you know, no one's been able to crack Robert Whittaker. In fact, I saw this yesterday. Since 2014, only Israel Adesanya has beaten Robert Whittaker.
Yeah, I just saw that. Yeah, dude. How old is Whittaker? Does it say?
Whittaker was born in 1990.
33.
December.
33.
32.
Okay. Oh, yeah, 30. Yeah,
32.
It's December 20th. Yeah, okay.
Du Plessis, I believe he's like 29, maybe 28.
20. Something I don't want to do.
I think it's 29. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it is. It's 29. It's 29.
But
Still Knox was a weird nickname.
82% of bets are on Robert Whittaker.
I don't blame them. This dude hasn't really fought someone like he's just kind of like, well, like I'm not gonna knock on Derek Brunson. Like he's a good fighter. He's been like a middleweight guy for like a while, but like going from Derek Brunson to Robert Whittaker, like dude, no, like that's gonna be rough. Like,
no,
and just like you said, in like 9 years, only Izzy has beat him, and Izzy's like the craziest middleweight to like ever exist, dude. Well, what's his name? Middleweight,
Anderson Silva. Who are you thinking of?
The bald white dude.
George St. Pierre.
Was he middleweight?
He had 1 fight at middleweight, which was his last.
Oh,
fight.
he was
a welterweight.
Okay. I was gonna say like Izzy might be one of the best middleweights of all time, but I'm not gonna put him over.
But yeah,
St. Pierre, but
I'm actually hoping Du Plessis maybe pulls out some crazy knockout.
I wouldn't be surprised if at some point in the fight, like he's gonna like Whittaker's gonna be like kind of like on his like back and stuff and like fighting for his life. But like if Izzy doesn't exist, Whittaker's the champ right now. So
I agree.
Whittaker for me, man. I also just like Robert Whittaker. He's got that dog in him.
I agree. He's humble when he needs to be, but when he's in the cage, he lets you know. He's the
and you
Reaper.
can't like hate him. Like he's just
No,
like
he's
you
a
can't hate
family
him at all.
man.
Exactly.
And he's taking this fight.
He's got that dog in him.
He's a tough guy. All right. Before we get into
DAWG,
the 2 title fights, I'm actually going to mention Jones versus Miocic.
Oh yeah,
was announced
I got
today.
that notey today.
UFC 295.
Pumped.
I'm
Stipe will retire after this fight.
honestly feeling a Jones finish again.
Stipe will retire.
I think I saw something that said by the time Stipe fights, it will have been over 950 days since he was last in the octagon.
Since Francis. That was a while ago. That was a while ago.
2021.
I was freaking like 12 years old then.
Bit of an exaggeration.
Feels like
but-
I was 12 years old.
All right, let's dive in to our co-main event. We get 2 title fights.
We do.
You gotta love it.
Lucky us.
Number 9, pound for pound, your flyweight champion, Brandon Moreno.
He's so
takes
cute.
on number
He's
2,
so like Munchkin.
Alexander Pinto. Give this man a Lego sponsor, all right? You want to know, what they told Brandon Moreno?
What?
That they can't sponsor him because his sport's too violent.
Legos?
Yes.
He looks like the dude from the Lego movie.
All
those dudes in the Lego movie.
He basically is Brandon Moreno on a 2-fight win streak last fought in January where he won back the belt. He's actually a 2-time flyweight champion. Did you know that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because all those fights against Figueredo.
The quad trilogy. What do you call
Yeah.
Four-fight tetralogy,
Yeah,
something
so
like that.
no, this was when Figueredo had the belt.
They had the
and,
draw, then he won it.
and then he
then he
won it,
lost
and then
it.
he lost it, and then he had to fight. Oh, that's right, they
Interim
fought.
belt.
Okay,
and
yeah,
he won the main belt.
yeah.
As for Alexander Pantoja,
I don't even know
on
who
a
this dude is.
3-fight win streak, 2
Is
finishes.
he the what contender is he?
Number 2,
Is Kai Kara France one or Figueredo one?
Figueiredo's one.
Okay.
But this is very notable. Pantoja holds a win over him.
Oh wow.
And you know what the Ultimate Fighter is?
I do. Of course I do.
They
was watching
fought.
it the other day.
They fought on the same season, and Pantoja beat him on the Ultimate Fighters. This is technically their 3rd fight unofficially.
Wow. He low-key dominated this fight too. Well, what's his name had 2 takedowns, but
Yeah, but Pantoja, if you see it, Moreno's bloody. He had a swollen eye.
ooh,
But that
the assassin baby. I love these guys'
that was
nicknames.
5 years ago.
That was 5 years ago.
That was 5 years ago.
Moreno's a man now. I feel like people are gonna look at that and be like, "Oh, he can't beat him. He can't beat him." I don't think people realize like how much you can change in that amount of time. I'm not even saying that because I don't really know much about the other dude, but like I've seen Moreno fight, losing or like drawing and then winning the belt is already like such a character building, and then losing the belt and then winning the interim belt and then winning the belt back like builds so much character. Like I like think he's matured so much.
I'm such a Brandon Moreno fan. I not only think that he will win, I will be rooting for him to win. But I'm going to go by decision. You know, I'm not too sure on a finish.
Yeah.
This is a grudge match, man.
I think it's gonna be a good one.
We've been picking a lot of the red corner, I believe. There's a red corner and the blue corner.
That's correct.
All our picks have lined up. But we're in the main event. And it's not looking like we're going against the red corner. All right? The number 2 pound-for-pound fighter in the world.
Is John Jones one?
John Jones is one now.
Makes sense.
Yair, the number 1 contender, the interim champ. But let's be real. Interim champ, that does not mean you're the champ at all.
Exactly.
It's Volkanovski, man. This guy has 1 loss since, he has 1 loss in the UFC.
Dog in him.
I don't even remember the last time he actually lost. It might be 2014. The GOAT of the featherweight division, in my opinion, Alexander
Look at his
Volkanovski.
nickname, the Great.
Alexander the Great.
That's how you know you're tough.
And that Islam fight was so close, still disputed to this day.
That was a really good fight.
That was a competitive fight.
I watched that bootlegged on my laptop.
I didn't. I paid Dana that cold hard cash. You know I'm honest.
Dude, look at his reach. That's crazy. For 5'6". That's long.
He's got the same reach as a 5'11 guy.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he's fine.
actually remember seeing that now. Like but he's got some long arms.
Yair currently on a 2-fight winning streak.
It'll be Brian Ortega.
If you didn't catch that fight, the Brian Ortega fight, Brian actually got injured in round 1, and they stopped it. So he technically just holds the win over Josh Emmett.
Oh, okay.
But Volkanovski, he beat Max Holloway 3 straight times.
Chang.
This Chan Sung Jung fight, if you ever want to see a murder, go watch
Oh,
that
that was the
fight.
Korean zombie fight.
That
Oh
was
my
when
god,
he
he
just-
killed him. That's right.
It was...
I was gonna ask, is it that Korean
It was
zombie?
unreal.
Yeah,
The Brian
yeah.
Ortega fight, I remember watching that in my dorm. An incredible fight.
That
He's
was a
beaten
really
Jose
good
Aldo. He's beaten Chad Mendez. He's beaten just about everyone you can think
And
of.
bro got bored and tried going lightweight.
He tried going lightweight, and he has so many aspirations, all right? Let me tell you. He's already talking about, when he wins, going up to rematch Islam.
I love it.
If Aljamain beats Sean O'Malley at UFC 292
Oh, wow.
and moves up, he wants the smoke. Have you heard of Iya Topira?
No.
Surging featherweight contender who just picked up a win not but 3 weeks ago. He wants to smoke with him too. All right,
Dude, he just wants to smoke with
Volk
everyone.
wants everyone.
Okay, you want to know what that tells me? I was already going to pick Volkanovski, but now I am actually 100% certain I would put $1 million on this dude. He is already talking about other dudes. He's not even thinking about Yair anymore. And a lot of times people are like, oh, you're overlooking your opponent. Like, people do that all the time. You overlook your opponent, boom, you get surprised. This dude doesn't get surprised. He already knows he's going to beat him. He's already thinking about the future.
And this is a very interesting stat. UFC champs are 4-0 after failing to become double champ in their return fight.
Bro wrote this down.
I did. Champs are 3-0. All right. I'm trying to think.
That's a very, very good stat that you.
It's a notable
Where'd you
stat.
find that stat? Just found
ESPN,
it?
man.
That's
ESPN,
a tough
give me all
stat.
the good stats.
That's a tough stat.
So I think we're locking in Volkanovski. We'll be excited to watch that fight. But let me just tell you something. Yair's been training at an Aztec temple, channeling his inner
It's all
roots.
for show.
All for show, you feel.
Just going to. Why are you doing that, man?
Yair,
Probably got like a weird disease.
I
or
don't
something
doubt you're
there.
good, but we're rocking with Volk.
Exactly.
All right. We'll reiterate everything real quick. Then we're gonna take a quick short break, and we'll be back. Bo Nickel,
Dog.
Jalen Turner,
Other dog.
Robert Whitaker,
He's a dog.
Brandon Moreno,
Little dog.
and our main event pick,
The goat dog.
Alexander Volkanovski.
Exactly.
Alrighty. We'll be back in a second for our viewers. It will be no time, but yeah, then we'll dive into the next segment. Sweet. And we're back. Alrighty. So, new what would we gonna call this? New
Little game, little fun time.
whatever you call it. We're gonna do a blind rank. I'm gonna do a blind rank with Ryan here. And do you like rap, Ryan?
I am a fan of rap. Not everyone's rap style is gonna fit, but I feel like I'm pretty well versed in this genre.
I went into Apple Music's Rap Life. I went and looked at some of the top songs.
Yes.
And I picked out 10 artists.
10 artists.
And you're gonna blind rank them 1 through 10.
All right.
Once you place them, you can't move them.
I like doing this on like TikTok and stuff. So
Mhm.
I'm pretty
All right,
talented.
anyone who's listening, get your notepads out. You can blind rank along with us. All right, you ready?
Yes.
Starting off, Future.
Oh wow. I feel like you like a lot like people like love Future. I don't like love Future. I don't know who else is gonna be on this list because like
That's what makes it
I
tough.
feel like he's 5. He's just 5 or 6.
You're at 7:12 p.m.
I love that song.
I love 7:12 p.m.
I love Solo. Like I love obviously Mask Off like a classic, but like I don't know who I'm gonna get. I'm gonna give him 6. I know people are gonna be like, "What 6? He's not even top 5." But I have a feeling there's gonna be some other ones. I'm gonna put him at 6.
There will be more.
Future at 6. I like that.
All right, are you ready?
Yes.
21
See,
Savage.
I love 21. Best feature artist in the game right now, but not even as feature artist. Like that's just my guy. I'm gonna put him at 3 because I love 21.
Very ambitious. Him and Metro Booming never put out a bad album.
Metro Boomin is like my dog. Like I have an Instagram caption in like sophomore
do.
year
You
out
do.
here booming like Metro. 21 at 3. That's perfect.
All right, Travis Scott.
Oh damn it, dude! I should put Future like low. I'll put T Scott at 4. Like T Scott and 21 are like I have 5 rappers. Like I have a top 5 rapper list. I'm not gonna tell you my other 3 because I'll like spoil it.
We can save that.
Yeah, but like 21 and T Scott are both up there, but T Scott below 21 because he won't drop Utopia. I don't know. He's like gatekeeping that. And he doesn't drop as much, but like Niagara Falls on Metro Boomin's album with 21's on that too. Like T Scott, like that's my guy. I'm gonna put him at 4. I like this. All right, so far the list is good.
All right, we'll give you someone I feel you might put a bit lower.
Yeah.
Roddy Ricch.
Oh yeah, not a big Roddy Rich guy here. Like I feel like he's like a freshman year type. I'm gonna put him at like 9, dude. I don't
heard-
like him.
I honestly,
Is
The
it
bo-
Roddy like that? Yeah.
the box may be
I
a one-hit.
I don't even think I spelled that right.
It's-
Like, I don't really care.
All right, Lil Durk.
Ooh, I like. I'm gonna put him at 7. I like Future better. I like Dirk though. I like this album that came out last summer. I forgot what it's called. His new album. I only listened to like a couple. I like the song with J. Cole, "All My Life."
Yes, very good
I
song.
like Dirk though.
Very
Like,
good
Dirk-
song.
If you're like feeling like in like the trapping type mood, I like Dirk. I like it. So far, this is good. I like it.
Okay. Lil Uzi Vert.
Uzi. See, it's either 5 or 8. So like that's the thing. I've never been like a huge Uzi guy. I loved His
agree.
Rage 2. Loved Eternal Take. Loved Eternal Take Deluxe. Pink Tape. Right now, like one of my favorite songs right now is Flooded the Face. I feel like I'm floating when that song comes on. But like other than that, like look, a lot of people also hating on the Nicki Minaj song. I love that song.
I need to listen to that.
Oh my
specific
god!
song
Like
again.
it is. I forgot what it's called, but it's like amazing. And the song with Travis Scott, I like that song too. But 5 or 8. You know what? I'll put him 5. Uzi at 5.
5 for Lil Uzi Vert.
Uzi at 5.
Okay. Next up, Gunna.
Damn. I love Gunna. His new album, low key mid, but fuck you mean like. What you mean? I like that song. Oh,
He has some adverbs.
okay. I gotta put Gunna at 8, but I like Gunna.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I feel like
I
he's low key
understand.
better. Actually, I like Gunna at 8 because I would listen to a Dirk, Future, and Uzi song with just them, but I can't really listen to a Gunna song with just Gunna. I feel like I only like Gunna's one album is only good because like he has features from like everyone, so it's like it's good when he's with other artists, but like you'll never catch me just listening to like unless it's A Lot of Cake. A Lot of Cake is the only song.
We have 3 more artists. I'm good.
I only have 1, 2, and 10.
You have 1, 2, and 10.
I'm hoping, obviously, like I'm really hoping he says Drizzy because like I've been saving those top spot for Drizzy.
J. Cole.
Oh, damn it. I'm not a huge J. Cole guy, but I'm not gonna put him at. I can't put him at 10. I feel like I'm gonna get like hate. Like I gotta. Oh god, I should have saved 1, 2, and 10, dude.
You save some awkward numbers. Usually people have their like 3 to 8 range open.
I'll just put him at 2 just because like it's
Okay.
J. Cole, but like
Okay.
I like J. Cole a lot. Like if I like J. Cole better. The only rappers on this list I like better than J. Cole is 21, T. Scott, and Uzi.
Mm-hmm.
The other only those 3. Like I like him better than Future, Dirk, Gunna, and Roddy Ricch. So he's fine at 2. I just gotta respect the GOAT, so I gotta put him at 2. Oh, 1 and 10. 1 and
2 more.
1 and 10.
Post Malone.
Oh, 10. Yeah, I don't like
Post
him.
Malone at 10?
I don't like. Thank you, actually, so much.
I tried to throw in someone for the bottom.
Thank you. I'm not. I just don't really like.
Who do you think's number 1?
I'm really hoping it is Drake.
I wrote this list beforehand. You can see no erase marks.
Is it Drake?
Who's the number 1 person I have?
Oh, yep, it's Drizzy.
It's Drake.
That's why I said
and that's
number 1
fitting for
spot,
you.
because
That's fitting for you.
Well, him or Don Toliver. They're probably my 2.
I know you're a big
favorite
Don
rappers.
Toliver
Love
guy.
Donnie. So sad. I both their concerts I missed, and it sucks. But the freaking the tickets going for Drake and 21's tours were like insane. I was never buying the tickets for that. Drake is my guy. I love Drake. That's why I saved number 1 spot. And this list, honestly, the only thing I would change is I lower J. Cole a little. I would go 21 T. Scott then J. Cole.
Yep.
But like actually this list is like perfect. I'm blind rapping or blind ranking, like this list went perfectly, I'm not gonna lie.
There's a pretty good list. Did I see one of your friends? Was that a Drake concert?
Yes, my good friend G Patel was at he was at the Don Toliver concert too. So he was at the Don.
That's nuts.
Because like we like listen to the same music, and lucky guy. Like I actually like on Apple Music. I've been listening to like someone made like a playlist of the song he performs, like all of them, and it's amazing. I gotta love Drizzy.
All right, that was fun. I enjoyed that blind rank.
I actually like. Usually, like there's usually like one guy. Like when you blind rank, you're like, "Oh, this guy doesn't belong." You're like, "I love this list." Like this list is like.
I'm sure you'll be back for another
Those TikToks
episode.
have been preparing me.
So we'll have to find another thing for you to blind rank.
Heck yeah, man!
I love that list. You can keep that list if you want.
I killed it.
All right, we'll be moving on. This could be a longer subject than free agency or UFC. I'm talking to a big fantasy football for the NFL.
I mean, behind you.
There's a trophy behind me. There is a Lombardi trophy looking
fantasy.
trophy.
Some
right
people call me the
behind me.
fantasy god. I don't like taking that title. I feel like that's too egotistical. But I mean, like,
I have some players I'm going to give you.
yes,
That I'll give your opinion on.
I like it.
Feel free to join in.
I hope you
anything.
mention one guy because I have a lot to say about him.
All right, we're actually going to start off. I saw a post on Instagram, and this is the slides they have of who you're taking in the first round. I want to get your opinion.
Yeah,
We'll go normal 10-man league.
yeah. Like
Are you-
PPR.
PPR.
Okay.
Obviously, this person's locked. Thoughts on McCaffrey? Where's McCaffrey going?
Just first, before I say anything, I think this year is the weirdest year. I started fantasy. I'm only like 18 years old, so I started fantasy like when I was around like 10. I've always been a huge football guy, so like I've only been around fantasy like 8 years. This is like the first year that like your first round can really go in any direction because usually like there's 3 running backs that always go first, but honestly in most leagues Justin Jefferson would probably go first. Like I'm not gonna lie, like it's weird because like Christian McCaffrey, like he's sharing the backfield with Elijah Mitchell. Like, so back to your question about Christian McCaffrey, obviously in a PPR league he's just gonna go off. He does everything, but like I wish I could pull up like the exact like stats because it would make me seem like so smart and cool. But like his percentage of touches goes down so much when Elijah Mitchell's playing. The only thing going in his favor is Elijah Mitchell's super injury prone. But I like McCaffrey. Number 1 pick, no. I'm not picking my number 1 pick. But if I'm in like the top 4, like 2 to 5, he's going 2 to 4. If he slides past the 4, you're playing with bums in your league. So always gonna like McCaffrey though. If a running back who catches passes, like perfect.
I'm a Vikings fan, as you know. I will, without a doubt, take Justin Jefferson if I have the number 1 pick.
I think he should be the consensus number 1 pick. He's just dominant. Like you don't see that, like really with like wide receivers, like Calvin Johnson. Like you just don't really see that as often. But like I'm scared. Last year I was scared to go up against him in fantasy. Usually you feel that with running backs because like running backs are going to get all those touches. Like he is going to get at least 10 targets a game every game.
It's ridiculous.
It's insane, yeah. And especially with Jordan Addison to spread the field, like they honestly might line up Jay Jettis in the slot sometimes. Like they're gonna do some crazy stuff up in there. But it's the Vikings, so
I couldn't be more.
The Vikings
happy.
as a team,
He's a Viking.
They'll never do anything. They're an exciting team to watch for fantasy purposes, but that's really it.
This come from a Bears fan, ladies and gentlemen. Don't take it with a grain of salt.
Justin Fields MVP season incoming.
All right, thoughts on Austin Eckler?
Austin Eckler, that's my guy. I love pick. I don't remember. I had him a year or 2 ago in like one of like my main friend leagues. I love Austin Eckler. Great offense. Great. Oh, who's their coach? Why am I blanking on his name?
I can picture him.
It's the dude from the Rams. It's the dude from the Rams. I forgot his name, but I love him.
Skinny guy.
Yeah. Just kind of looks like your basic white guy. I'm not gonna lie, but he's a really good offensive minded guy. Herbert just keeps getting better and better. If Mike Williams and Keenan Allen can both stay healthy, that really helps out Austin. But also, them getting hurt also helps out Austin because he was like their number 1 receiver for like a decent amount of the season. He was
getting so many touches.
Like, and he doesn't even have to be scoring touchdowns. Like, I know he doesn't get that many touches, like running the ball. Like, I think he was getting like 10 rushing attempts a game.
Yeah.
Like, middle of the first round. I'm not going to pick, if I'm in the top 4, I'm not looking at Austin Eckler, but like in that, like you said, like a 10-man or even like a 12-man, like that 5 to 8 range is like perfect for Austin Eckler.
All right. So when I saw this slide and the 6 players they had, I was very interested to see this name come up. Are you even taking Jonathan Taylor on your team in general? Are you going to try and give him another shot?
Really just depends where I'm at in the draft. Not gonna lie, my main friend league, I had the first pick. I picked Jonathan Taylor, and I cried all season.
I felt trapped too.
I think he just kind of got really kind of screwed over with injuries. He has a good offensive line, obviously, but I don't know where this Colts team is headed. They have kind of a... with the whole Jeff Saturday thing, they kind of have like a corrupt front office with like Jim Irsay and stuff. And I don't know, Anthony Richardson's just kind of weird. But I mean, running backs, there's a fall off. There is everywhere. There's just a fall off of running backs. So don't pass on Jonathan Taylor. Like if he's got to go in your first round. But like, I mean, like with any running back, you're taking a risk with injuries and stuff, but there's not many running backs better than him. So I mean, like, pick him if like if you're a guy who wants like a number 1-esque running back, pick Jonathan Taylor. Like, don't pass on him.
Tight ends wise, how are we feeling about Travis Kelce? Another season of picking him in your first round, without a doubt.
Oh yeah, 100%. He's literally like a wide receiver. He's like a top 4 wide receiver, and he's a tight end. Especially with Tyreek Hill gone, like he's got that dog in him. Easy first round pick. Especially like I said, with just kind of like a lot of the unknowns and stuff. Pick Travis Kelce.
Pick Travis Scott, ladies and gentlemen, for your drafts. Last person we're going to talk about for this little slideshow, Jamar Chase. Are you taking him in the first round?
I love Jamar Chase. Low key, he's a. I forgot. I think last year he was like a top 6 pick. He's like a top 4, top 3 pick. If in my ideal fantasy draft, it goes Jay Jettis, Christian McCaffrey, Jamar Chase. I think Jamar Chase is kind of like, honestly, I wouldn't disagree if you took him second, just because like that Bengals offense is insane. Joe Burrow just keeps, like I said, just with Justin Herbert.
On paper, they should be insane.
Joe Burrow just keeps getting better and better. And like I said, Jamar Chase is going to get like 10 targets a game, dude. So like in a PPR league, like that's just like, that's easy money. And I see you did not list a guy. I want to add this guy.
No, please add. I was just getting this from Instagram.
Oh. Bijan, I'm actually going to ask the host. Bijan Robinson, running back from Texas, rookie running back. Last time a rookie running back got hyped up like this, it was Saquon Barkley.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts? I mean, Falcons like to run the ball.
They do love to run the ball.
They have like freaking 5 running backs.
I think in the running back Olympics down in Atlanta, you will see Bijan come out on top.
Oh, 100%.
All right. There's a reason this guy was taken. And people saw us, and they were skeptical. Like some people were skeptical.
7th overall, some 6th, 8th, 9th, something like that.
First rounder.
Yeah.
All right. John Robinson.
Lottery pick.
I had this down on my other sheet of players I was going to ask you about.
Yeah, Bijan Robinson.
I'm very happy about it.
It's like, it's either you like him or you don't. That's really like the thing. If you're in a 10 or 12 man, he's got to go in your first round. I'm thinking like late first round. But I also feel like these like so-called fantasy gurus are going to pick him like 5th. I'm talking like if you're going to pick him like in a 12-man, like 9 to 12 range, like around the turn, like do not take Jonathan Taylor before him. Like, I don't know if I'll get like hate for that. Like, do not take Bijan Robinson over Jonathan Taylor. Pick Austin Eckler over him. Pick Christian McCaffrey over him. But like I said, there's just kind of like a fall up. Like Saquon's just kind of an unknown. Oh, pick Tony Pollard before him. Tony Pollard breakout season incoming. Trust me on that.
I was going to ask you about him. Glad I got your thoughts on that.
Breakout season.
It's clear that he has shown that he is better than Ezekiel Elliott for the running back job.
Still doesn't have a team, does he? Zeke, did he get signed somewhere?
I can't recall.
I don't think he did. They're just like Dalvin. They're just kind of DeAndre Hopkins. They're just floating right now, just in free agency.
I forgot about that. I'll have to.
Yeah, Dalvin Cook. I think it's kind of obvious he's going to go to Miami. I don't really know why they're waiting. D-Hop is an unknown. I really don't know wherever he's going to go though. He's a top 10 receiver, no matter what. It's D-Hop. So.
And as for the Vikings releasing Dalvin Cook,
yes.
Personally, as a Dalvin Cook fan, as a Vikings fan, I hate to see him go, and I do question if Madison can take on the full starting job.
I actually like Alexander Madison a lot. I also like getting rid of Dalvin Cook. He was getting paid a lot.
That's true.
It's been very much so in the last 10 years. Running backs, they are very disposable, very interchangeable. You have like those like Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley's, but besides that, you use up a running back for a couple years and you move on to the next. Like that's really what it is. It's kind of the league like we're going. It might be the league we're staying, especially with all this stress like these guys are putting on their bodies. And Madison, like especially because I think like the Vikings are kind of like that air raid type of offense, especially picking Jordan Addison. I feel like that's kind of. I don't know if they released Dalvin Cook before or after the draft, but if they released him after, it was pretty kind of evident that they were going to do that if they're picking up Jordan Addison. It kind of showed that they want to be more air raid type stuff and just kind of open up the middle for Alexander Madison. They don't really need Cook that much, to be honest.
It's true. We have many weapons on the Vikings team, right? I got a number of players.
Still no wins in any meaningful games. You let Daniel Jones.
Enjoy missing the playoffs the next few years with the Bears. All right. I got a number of players here. I didn't really go for too many big names. I wanted to go for some ones that are in interesting spots with their teams.
I like it.
Starting off, back in the league in Baltimore, Odell Beckham Jr.
My goodness.
Do we even pick him?
You know, I saw him golfing on TikTok with DJ Khaled. He was looking hitting some bombs.
Let's go golfing.
Let's go swimming, man. Bring out the whole ocean. I don't really know because you got Rashad Bateman, you got Mark Andrews, and then it's Odell. Like those are the three guys they're passing to. It depends the league you're in. I feel like he could be like one of those like guys who's like on and off the waiver, to be honest. I also could see him like them letting him go in 3 games. So I mean, like, pick him in the late. It's one of those picks like in the late round. Like, who cares? You're just a backup wide receiver, like backup flex option. Like, take the gamble on him if you. It's not gonna hurt if you drop him in the first couple weeks of the season, especially like where you're drafting him. So,
not at all, not at all. And I don't want to say he's not overrated. I don't think he's overrated, but I do think the catch got to his head, and he may have thought he was on a DeAndre Hopkins. Justin Jefferson
then getting
level.
traded to the Browns didn't help. Not
That's
gonna
true.
lie. I mean, you got Baker Mayfield throwing you the ball.
Was getting injured on the Rams, to be fair to him.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. He was on the Rams.
But we'll see this season.
Won a Super Bowl.
Keeping with the wide receivers, we got someone else coming back into the league. Not off of free agency, but off of suspension. With the Falcons, Calvin Ridley. Are we taking him?
That wide receiver room is loaded with Marvin Jones. I'm pretty sure, yeah, Marvin Jones. Well, you have Christian Kirk, Zay Jones, Marvin Jones, Calvin Ridley, Evan Ingram, Travis Etienne. And I think they drafted another running back. So that's like 6 guys. That's the ball going to a lot of different players. I don't really know.
You just reminded me he's on the Jaguars.
Yeah.
That's how much I've forgotten about Calvin Ridley, is that I forgot he was on.
Yeah.
I have in my notes the Falcons, and I'm like, wait a second. Marvin Jones and Zay Jones are not.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they traded for him last year.
I think they did.
Kind of sitting there. But yeah, they got a lot of room to share the ball. He was a dog on the Falcons, dude. Him and Julio Jones were like a freaking dynamic duo.
Oh my gosh.
That was a duo. But like I said, that's a lot of guys. I don't know. I have a feeling either Zay Jones or Marvin Jones isn't on the Jaguars anymore. I don't know why, but even if one of them's gone, that ball has got to be shared a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, we'll see.
I have the Jaguars. We're going to be doing an over/under for wins, and I'll get your opinion on that team as a whole in a bit.
I like Trevor Lawrence. Dog.
Clemson legend.
Dog.
Football legend. Didn't lose until the NFL from, what was it, high school or something?
Yeah. Pretty legit.
All right. We're moving into the running back realm real quick. Cam Akers on the Rams.
I hate Cam Akers.
How's he going to do this season?
I drafted him in like 2. I was in 3 or 4 leagues last year. Drafted him in like half of them, and played him week 1 against the Bills in that Thursday night game. He had 3 rushes for 0 yards.
It was embarrassing.
It was like, what is your problem? And then like Darrell Henderson was that Rams team was just weird last year. There was a lot of weird stuff going on. And then like Cooper Kupp like tore his ACL, or he got hurt or something, and then it was weird. And I think Cam Akers started doing good towards the end of the year.
That's what I recall.
If I recall that correctly. That Rams team though is just, I don't know how to feel about them whatsoever.
Who is their starting quarterback at the moment?
Stafford.
Is he back? I completely forgot about Stafford.
Yeah, no, he got
week to week.
He got hurt. He got hurt because whatchamacallit, they had Baker.
Yes.
He had that one game against the Raiders. That was a cool Thursday night game.
They also had that one quarterback.
John Wolford?
Not John Wolford. It was the agile one that just ended up running all the time. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do. Yeah. I don't remember his name.
So I forgot about you, Matthew Stafford. I apologize.
Yeah.
We're going to move to another former Lion. DeAndre Swift.
On the Eagles.
I don't know how the Eagles got DeAndre Swift. That doesn't seem fair. But DeAndre Swift let me down huge this past season.
Oh, yeah. I picked him in one of my leagues. And I just remember against the Bears, he like juked away from the first down. and like juke backwards or something. I don't. Also, I actually hated that Lions team for so many reasons. Jamal Williams is cool, you know, he's like the super high energetic guy. All of his touchdowns were from 1 yard away. Literally, if you actually look at 16 touchdowns, I think 10 of them were from 1 yard away. You give me the ball from 1 yard away, dude, I can do that, bro.
Fantasy football owner's worst nightmare.
It was actually like bro was not special in any way, and you're gonna say, what team is he on now? Ugh, I forgot what team he's on.
Jamal Williams. Here's the issue: is we're going over this.
Oh no, he's on the Saints with Alvin Kamara.
You're right. We're going over this in July. You know, NBA free agency was super hot. All these players got new teams in, what was it, April?
Yeah.
May? I mean, it's been a while.
Yeah.
All right. I got another one for you.
Another one.
I think you're going to like this guy. Justin Herbert.
I love Justin Herbert.
Okay.
Dog. Doesn't even matter who he's throwing to. Dog. Like, he's got... Pick him, man. Obviously, it's like fantasy. You want your running backs and wide receivers, but Jay Herbo's a top 5 quarterback.
Really?
Your top 5 fantasy quarterbacks, not in any specific order. Jay Herbo.
Okay.
Joe Burrow.
Okay.
Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, okay.
Patty Mahomes. Justin Fields. Fantasy-wise, Justin Fields. Ooh.
Josh Allen.
Oh shoot, that's actually maybe
You gotta put Jalen Hurts.
I'm gonna drop Trevor Lawrence. I'm gonna go Justin Fields, Patty Mahomes. Okay, because fantasy wise, like Justin Fields is actually like insane because he just gets rushing yards and rushing touchdowns. But
He'd have some
Jalen Hurts, Justin Fields, Patty Mahomes, Jay Herbo, Joe Burrow. I'm gonna drop Josh Allen, but Josh Allen mostly gets rushing yards. I will do a top 6. Josh Allen, that's my 6th, those are my top 6 fantasy quarterbacks. Jay Herbo's in there. Drop Jay Herbo. He can kind of do it all too. He's not as much like rushing wise, but like that dude can just fling it.
I feel we should do, not on this episode, but on a future episode, we should rank either all 32 NFL teams, all their quarterbacks. Wow. We should do some form of ranking for every team.
Like that.
All right.
Clown on some people.
I got another rookie for you here from last year, Dameon Pierce. Is this going to be a breakout season with the Texans?
Oh my! I loved Dameon Pierce going into the fantasy draft. I drafted him, I think, all 3 or 4 of my leagues because I loved him going into it. Because like he was going to be that number one. He was, and people weren't really like looking at that. He was going to be the number one guy, and he got a lot of touches. Which I like. I don't think they picked up anyone new in like the running back position. Especially with CJ Stroud now. I like Dameon Pierce. I like him a lot. I like he's probably that running back wise, like 10 to 15 range for fantasy wise. He is if you're a wide receiver oriented guy, like he's a good RB1, a great RB1 to have, and then an even better RB2.
I love his dump offs. Those little dump off catches he'll get.
I love Dameon Pierce. He's a dog, man.
All right, I got 4 more for fantasy football. Then you can make any more comments you want. Yeah. All right. A fellow Bear, DJ Moore.
You're about to see Eagles 2.0. I'm not even saying this as a
Really?
Bears fan.
Really?
You are about to see the Eagles 2.0. Jalen Hurts broke out this last season. Justin Fields breaks out this season. Why? Because you bring in a number 1 wide receiver, A.J. Brown. You bring in DJ Moore. DJ Moore was excelling. He was low-key so underrated in Carolina, and people overlooked him because it's Carolina. Like, who cares, dude? And he had absolute bums throwing to him. He had, what's his name? Sam Darnold throwing to him, dude. Like, how do you excel with that? And he had washed up Cam Newton throwing to him. Freaking return
It was tough
tour.
going for DJ.
You're going to see him excel a lot, especially, like, I'm not even saying this as a Bears fan. Darnell Mooney is so underrated. You can't really, like, double team one or the other. So you have both those guys on either side. And, and linebackers in the middle, like, you can't leave Justin Fields alone because he'll just run away. So, like, it's going to open up the field so much for DJ Moore. You're going to see, I like DJ. I think you should reach on him. I'm not going to lie. You should reach on him. You come back in a couple months when DJ Moore is just popping off. And I'm glad this is being recorded because I can't wait to just show people, like, DJ Moore's got that dog in him.
You know, I love that because I actually had a prediction on my first episode about a finish. I predicted some guy would submit him, another guy in round 1, and it happened. And I was like, I actually have audio. It's
recorded, exactly, so you can flex with people.
Now, I do worry, for you as a Bears fan, that Justin Fields has already adapted the running persona, and that wide receivers might not be able to help him excel to a Jalen Hurts level. Do you feel he'll now become 50-50 in running throwing?
Hey man, people don't realize this in college. He was a pocket passer in college. Like
I definitely didn't know that.
he was not running around in college. If you look at his college highlights, they're all him in the pocket throwing the ball. Obviously, because he had Jackson Smith and Jigba, he had Chris Olave, he had
Olave.
That wide receiver room was insane. Jackson Smith and Jigba, someone else, I'm forgetting his name, but he had some really good wide receivers, and I think like he ran because who was he throwing to, dude? We had Dante Pettis, like we had no one to throw to, and people hate on it. It worked. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like we were a top 10 offense in the back half of the season. So I mean, like hate on him if you want, but like it works. So like I mean, and I guess just when I was talking about DJ Moore, like it opens up the field more. So when they have that rushing threat, the middle of the field opens wide open because you have quarterback spies on them. Run them on a 10-yard in route. Boom, boom. I'm really glad it's being recorded because I can't wait to
We'll come back to this at the end of next. We'll do like a season recap or something. I got 3 more players for you.
3 more.
This might not even be fantasy football related. This might even just be league related.
League related.
Does Deshaun Watson have any impact on the Browns?
I don't know. The Browns are just a weird team. Who's their... Oh, they have Amari Cooper. That's right. And Donovan Peoples-Jones, he's pretty good. Nick Chubb's dog.
And Njoku, is he still on the team?
Yeah, Njoku. Okay. I like Njoku. He's actually like... Because obviously there's a drop-off with tight ends after like Kelsey, Goddard, Andrews, and
TJ Hawkinson.
Yeah. And then... Actually, I don't know. Because didn't they drafted a tight end? The Lions did. But anyways.
Can't remember.
Njoku's, he's good. And Deshaun Watson... good backup quarterback if you want him. There's just a lot of other. If you're in a 12-man league, Patty Mahomes, like I can name like 10 guys like better than Deshaun, you know. So I mean, have him as a backup if you want. Sure.
That's a question. Are you taking any quarterback with your first pick in a 12-man?
Never. If you take a quarterback with your first pick, you are a bum. You don't know what you're doing. Literally like. Patty Mahomes, Justin Fields, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, all those guys put up same numbers like per week. Mm-hmm. It's not like one of them's so much better than the other. So like if you reach on one, like I can wait 4 more rounds, pick Trevor Lawrence, who I didn't even name, and he'll put up similar numbers to Patty Mahomes. I'm not going to say he's going to do better fantasy wise, but it'll be pretty similar, and I'll have way more depth in the running back wide receiver position. Never pick a quarterback in the first round, ever. I don't care.
With the changing of the guard in Green Bay, is Christian Watson still a reliable wide receiver?
Oh, yeah. For dude likes to find the end zone. I don't think that will really change as much. Especially, I think the Packers are going to be down in games a lot. They're going to be passing the ball. They have good running backs, but I really like, especially, like I said, like no Devontae Adams. I think Christian Watson, he started when Jordan Love was at quarterback. Christian Watson in that one Eagles game, Christian Watson popped off in that game with Jordan Love at quarterback. So I'm not gonna hate on the Packers or anything. Like I know they're gonna suck this year, but Christian Watson, he'll do good. Low-key, maybe a Pro Bowler, maybe.
He was actually a touchdown animal, and
yeah, I know. I went up against that. I went up against him in that 3 or 4 touchdown game against the Cowboys.
The last opinion I actually took this guy last year. He kind of let me down, but he's got a new team. He's got a new city. Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, took Aaron Rodgers.
I was thinking I was getting MVP Aaron Rodgers. How's this guy still have a job? Aaron Rodgers.
I spend 5 days in a cave taking shrooms, Aaron Rodgers.
You hear he was talking about the Hat Man? He saw like a Hat Man following him around, like a dark Hat Man.
Oh, that is...
Don't do shrooms, kids.
Yeah, don't spend 5 days in a dark cave. Aaron Rodgers, quarterback wise, again, like same point I made with Deshaun Watson. If you want as a backup quarterback, sure. I'll kind of make this like a kind of more Jets oriented thing. Aaron Rodgers, I don't really. I kind of just think his best years are behind him.
Without a doubt.
But I also think he is kind of like ageless in a way. Like I still think he'll have like a good season, but people are overhyping this team like a lot. One, MetLife, horrible turf. Players are very injury prone on that field. I have a feeling like one of the first games, like again, like Mekhi Becton, like their first round pick a couple years ago, left tackle. He just keeps getting hurt. I wouldn't be surprised if another offensive lineman gets hurt. And like last year, if Aaron Rodgers doesn't have a good offensive line, he's not going to excel. So, I mean, it's kind of risky. It is a risky pick for sure.
I like it. And as for the Jets, I feel maybe not taking Aaron Rodgers, but definitely taking the wide receivers. Because Aaron Rodgers might not get points, but those wide receivers could definitely
Garrett
get
Wilson,
points.
dog.
And the return of Breece Hall. I was in love with Breece Hall until his tragic injury.
He was I like Damian Pierce better than Breece Hall, like rookie wise. Obviously, I was kind of wrong with that. Breece Hall was very, very, very good. I think he'll excel more with Aaron Rodgers being like that threat back there because I mean, not much threat with frickin' Zach Wilson or Mike White or Joe Flacco quarterback. So
yeah, any other notes you want to touch on for fantasy football?
I'm trying to think no, I mean, first pick, take Justin Jefferson, man. That is your first pick. I haven't really looked too much on fantasy just because, it's kind of like a very questionable year. Like, I'm not really sure, like, running back wise and, like, wide receivers, like, after, like, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, like, Devonta Adams, like, those type of guys, there is kind of, like, a bit of, like, a drop off. And I still want to know what team DeAndre Hopkins goes with because, I mean, I feel like people are kind of forgetting about DeAndre Hopkins, but, like, wherever he goes, he's going to be a top 10 fantasy wide receiver. And he'll be a steal. I feel like people are going to, like, draft him at a lower value than he really is.
Without a doubt.
For sure.
All right. I enjoyed talking about the fantasy football with you. You are definitely an expert compared to me.
I try my best. I've put a lot of time into it, so I hope there's some positivity, or else I just wasted a lot of my life, to be honest.
Don't view it as that. You learned a lot along the way.
I know. All
right, and just like blind ranking, we're going to get into our next segment where I'm going to list some NFL teams, and you're going to tell me if they're going to go over or under the number total for wins that I give you.
Oh, is this like from like...
These numbers are directly from the ESPN app where you can do the games and pick over under. Okay. So I'm like, I'll take these and I'll ask you.
Alrighty.
We're going to start off with a common rival. The Lions over under 9.5 games.
17 games now, not 16 anymore.
Mm-mm.
This is very hyped team. 9.5 because I think their last like 9 games they won like 8-1 or something, or just their back half of the season was
rallied.
Like crazy.
They rallied hard.
They were really, really good. 9.5. I'll go over because I mean that means they have to go 10-7. And 10-7 isn't that impressive, so I mean this team will be good. I really don't think they'll make it past the divisional round. Like people are thinking like dark horse Super Bowl champions. Like chill out. Jared Goff is not some quarterback that's going to take you to the promised land, but over 9.5, yeah, it's pretty that's decent.
I agree with it, and I honestly think the NFC North is going to be very good. This team could take second or third with 10 wins.
I think I'm not even saying this as a Bears fan. The Bears are going to rack up some wins because their schedule's really easy. They're playing like I don't know if it's like that for the rest of the NFC North
this year,
but like if the Bears are playing some crappy teams, like the rest of the NFC North is.
Chiefs 11.5.
Yeah, they.
Is that an easy over though?
Yeah, I think it's 6 or 7 years in a row they've won the AFC West. Raiders are crap now.
Broncos are
a weird mystery team, and the Chargers. I mean, the Chiefs low-key own the Chargers, even though the Chargers are good. So I'm just talking about AFC West wise. I haven't really looked at any of these teams' schedules. The only schedule I know is like the Bears, but like again with the 17-game season too, like I don't see the Chiefs losing more than 5 games. Like that just kind of seems like insane to me. Reigning Super Bowl champs, like 12-5, like that seems like their lowest amount that they can do for me is 12-5, to be honest.
And I think the Chiefs will notoriously beat good teams, mediocre teams, and their losses come to either a divisional rival or some random offshoot.
They always lose a game to the Raiders.
Did they lose that Texans game? I can't recall. You remember that game?
Last year?
End of the season?
No, they won.
But it was close, right?
Was, yes,
okay.
It was. I know what you're talking about.
A team I'm very interested in this year, Lamar Jackson, the Ravens.
What is theirs?
9.5 again. I'm personally feeling a 9-8 season.
That was the closest one because I feel like the Lions is a pretty easy over, Chiefs pretty easy over. I can see. It honestly kind of depends on Lamar's health, obviously, because I mean he got hurt a little bit last season. I don't really know what moves they made on their defense. I feel like their defense is a little shaky, but then again, like besides the Bengals, I don't really see them struggling in the AFC North. 9.5. I'll go over. I'll go like
ambitious.
I'll go over. I could see them going 10-7. Again, like at 10-7 doesn't seem like that like crazy to me. I could also see them going 9-8, but I don't see them going under 500. That's why I'm taking the over. I could not see them going 8-9. Especially like Lamar getting his new deal and stuff. I don't see them doing that.
I don't have this.
They had an off season last season.
I don't have this team on my list. But do the Ravens beat out the Bengals for the division?
No.
There's just no shot?
No, there's no shot. That's Joe Shiesty's division for a while.
Bengals got lucky. They got a lot of good picks there.
Yes.
All right. Panthers, 7.5.
Why is that so high?
That's from ESPN too. That's not from me.
What the heck? 7.5?
Do they know something? Did they get the script early or something?
Okay, dude. No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say Bryce Young's a bust, but like I just don't really see him excelling that well in the NFL. The Adam Thielen signing made no sense. He's like 39,000 years old. He's
it doesn't make sense.
Miles Sanders, I think, really only excelled because the Eagles have a really good offensive line. They have Terrace Marshall. They had DJ. They signed DJ Chark. I kind of like DJ Chark, but like, they're not going over 7.5 wins. That's crazy.
I'm feeling a shaky 6 wins for this Panthers team.
I can see them even going lower than that.
4?
Like 4 or 5 wins.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's what happens when you get fleeced by Ryan Poles and the Bears. Like, we absolutely fleeced them with that trade.
Panthers have had probably one of the hardest fall-offs of a team I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
All right. This team, I don't know if they've ever been truly back. The Browns, 8.5. So 500.
I feel like they just are a 500 team. I'm not going to say over or under. Like, I don't see them getting more than 9 wins. I don't see them getting less than 7 wins. I feel like they're either going to get 7, 8, or 9 wins. I could see them really going like whatever. They're just mid. They'll either be completely horrible or just mid, and I think they'll just be mid this year. They'll lose the games against the Bengals, but they'll always like they play in like those weird games. Like I remember the game against the Ravens, it was like 13-9 or something. Like they'll just play teams close. They'll win some, they'll lose some. It'll be ugly. That's just kind of how they are.
They've had years, the Baker years. People thought that was their Super Bowl year.
Yeah, that game against the Chiefs, that divisional round game, Chad Henne.
But there's clearly an issue in the front office paying Deshaun Watson that money.
Yeah, he is
Jacoby Brissett was doing better than him.
That's my guy.
Love Jacoby Brissett. Texans 5.5.
How did the Panthers get 2 more than them? That's crazy to me. What? It actually doesn't make any sense to me. I think they're both the same amount of crap. It really depends if they want to tank or not. Because, I mean, it's pretty obvious that the Bears tanked last season. Like,
Yeah, I know.
They legitimately just like tanked, dude. Like, because they actually looked so much better than the Bears started off 2-1. I don't think people realize that.
I forgot. I did not remember
They
that.
won their first game against the 49ers. They went 1-0. People forget that. We beat Trey Lance and the 49ers.
I forgot. Trey Lance, did he get hurt in the first game?
Second game.
Second game. Okay.
Second game. Yeah, Bears started off 2-1. And then on Monday night destroyed the Patriots. Like destroyed them. And like week 6, my dad was at that game. It was like week 6 or 7. And they were like 3-4, 3-3, and then just blatantly lost. Anyways, it depends if the Texans want to tank or not. I think they kind of do want to tank. They don't. Besides, I don't think they don't really have any weapons on offense. I don't really know how to feel about C.J. Stroud. I think they want to tank and get like. I don't really know the upcoming draft class that well, but there's definitely like some sort of defensive stud that they want to pair with Will Anderson. So under, because I feel like they just want to tank.
I can see it too. It's hard to picture the Texans in any form of winning.
Correct.
Desire. Jaguars, a straight 10. So are they getting 11 or 9?
I'm going to go over because their division is pretty crappy. We were just talking about the Texans. Colts, I don't really know what the heck they're doing. And the Titans, their division's low-key sucks. I'll go over.
I think Trevor Lawrence is finding his fitting with the team.
What were they? I think they were they were either 10-7 or 11-6 last season, and I think they're only going to get better. So yeah, over.
I agree. They got my Vikings up next, 8.5. Give me the over.
Oh yeah, I'll go over because they're always a good regular season team. Over under 0.5 playoff wins under because they don't win in the playoffs. But I'll go over.
I can't even refute that.
Yeah,
I can't even refute that.
Over for sure.
This next one. 49ers, 11.5.
Ooh, that's pretty high.
It does feel high. Despite them having an excellent team.
That was the same as the Chiefs, right?
Same as the Chiefs. So they're putting them on the Chiefs level.
I'm going to go under. I'm going to go under. 12 wins. 12, nah. I mean, their division's kind of easier because the Cardinals they'll be like the worst team in the NFL this year.
Mm-hmm.
The Rams are going to suck, but Seahawks are feisty. But they low-key own the Seahawks. Well, that kind of makes me want to go over now because, I mean, like, those are 6 games that they can easily win. But I'm going to go under just because their quarterback situation's kind of shaky.
Yep.
Can never trust Christian McCaffrey. I'll go under, but I don't see them losing more than 6 games. I don't see them going 10-7. I think lowest they'll go is 11-6.
I like that.
I find it kind of hard to believe that they'll go 12-5 or 13-4.
I think. Do we even know are they rocking with Trey Lance still?
No, they like Purdy.
I like Purdy too.
They have Purdy, Lance, and then they signed a veteran. I think Sam Darnold. They have Sam Darnold. It's those 3. Sam Darnold's not playing though, so I don't know why he's there.
All right, I'm sure you can. Oh, not next. Coming up, the Bears are coming up. Up next, the Baker Bucks.
That's right. He is on the Buccaneers.
6.5. I got under. I don't think the Bucks are gonna be good this year.
I'm gonna go over. They got some weapons. They didn't trade Devin White. Devin White's still on the team. They got some dogs on defense. You said 6.5?
6.5.
Yeah, I can see them winning. I can see them going 500. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't say they're going to make the playoffs. I'm not saying that. But I think Baker will surprise some people. And I mean, if you have Mike Evans and Chris Godwin,
I don't know if they'll even be there next season. I'm dead serious. I think the Bucks are going to be in turmoil.
Yeah, I know. But I'm talking this season. I could see them going. Low-key, though, this can get kind of screwed over if they want to tank. But
which they should.
7-10. I can see them going 7-10 for sure.
Without a doubt. All right. Bears 7.5. I'm going to say they do get over that in the 8 to 9 range. Let me hear it from an actual Bears fan right here.
I know their schedule. They have, I think, a top 5 easiest schedule in the NFL. They play some bums. They play the Packers twice. Bums. and they play the Commanders, they play the Falcons, they play I'm pretty sure they're playing the AFC South this year, which is Colts, Texans. Yeah, they do play the AFC South. They play some bums. You said 7.5.
I'll even give you a split between the Vikings and Lions. They seem to always split.
Yeah. I don't see them winning more than 8 games, though. I do not see them going over 500. That's just kind of hard to believe. I think Justin Fields still needs to find his consistency. So I'll go over.
Over. I like it. All right.
But 7-10, it's 7-10 or 8 or 9. So.
I'm this next one. The Broncos. I want you to guess what they have it at.
Oh my God. I'm gonna go 9.5.
8.5.
8.5.
And I got under.
I'm gonna go under. Sean Payton isn't he's not freaking the reincarnation of Jesus. I don't no. They're acting like they're bringing him in. Russell Wilson's just gonna be fixed. I don't know. I don't really like that team. That's a tough division with the Chargers and the Chiefs, dude.
Jesus saves lives, but Russell Wilson ain't gonna save the Broncos.
Yeah, exactly, man. That's what I'm saying.
Russell Wilson's not the answer. It's unfortunate. All right. I figured we'd include the final NFC North, our common rival, probably our biggest rival, maybe. Packers. They got them at 7.5.
Under. Oh wow, under 7.5 is kind of. I'm gonna go under. I don't think I think they thought Aaron Rodgers was gonna stay or something.
Yeah.
I don't think they're. I don't know if Jordan Love's ready to play a full season like this. And
you got to put them as last in the NFC North.
Yes, when you're doing the NFC North, it goes Lions, Vikings, Bears, Packers, and no team.
Vikings head up Lions.
And no team placing going last in the division is going to be 500.
No.
So I don't really know what they're thinking with that. Yeah, under easily.
They also have is Jordan Love is this going to be his junior year?
Yeah, or it might be his senior year.
I can't remember.
It might be. I think this might be his. No, I think it's his 4th year. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know. We'll see how he does. I certainly hope he doesn't do good. All right. The Dolphins slowly been working their magic. I
love it. Jalen Waddle's my guy last season.
What's going on in Miami with sports, man? They got something going down there.
Yeah.
All right, but
Florida
they got
Panthers, Miami Heat.
Well,
Miami Marlins aren't that good though, but they're decent.
Yeah.
Luis Arise, dog.
9.5. 9.5. You got the Patriots, the Jets, and the Bills.
I'll go over.
That's a tough division.
I'll go over as long as Tua doesn't get another concussion. I had the Tua Jalen Waddle connection last year. Dogs. I'm actually being serious though. If Tua doesn't get hurt, they'll go over. They'll go over for sure. Especially if they get Dalvin Cook.
If they get Dalvin Cook, I might put them ahead of the Bills for that division.
Yeah, because Josh Allen's, he's kind of been good fantasy guy, but I don't really know how to feel about him. They almost beat the Bills with Skylar Thompson.
Here's the thing with the Bills is the Bills can only have so many redemption arcs.
Correct.
It's getting to a point where you're I don't think Diggs and Allen and
Gabe Davis.
I mean, Dawson Knox. I think Dawson Knox might have been gone. Or am I thinking?
No, he's on the team, but they drafted the dude Kincaid from Utah.
Yes.
Utah, yeah.
So we'll see, but I mean, Dolphins.
Kincaid.
I got Dolphins in maybe even the.
I'll see him. I can see him in 10-11 wins.
Very ambitious. All right, the Seahawks.
Geno
8.5.
They roll me off. Right back 8.5. I'm gonna go under. I think they'll be 8 and 9. That's really maybe 9 and 8. I don't see them. Literally, I think 8 and 9 or 9 and 8. I think they're just the most mid team ever.
Geno had his comeback year.
I think he'll be decent this year.
I think if you're actually serious with Drew Lock, you give him some touches.
Yeah.
But I mean, you might need a new quarterback.
Yeah, if you want to do something, if you just want to be a mid team and not be really bad or not be really good,
I mean,
I'm being serious. Like, all joke. Like, I think they're just like the most mid team in the NFL.
you can see teams like them who aren't going out and getting stars.
Again, and also Kenneth Walker's healthy.
And then you got teams like the Eagles going out and getting the Lions starting running back to try and beat the Chiefs.
Yeah.
All right, we got the final team here. I don't know why. I just feel like this team is going to be the talk of the NFL this season. It's the Jets. 9.5 they got them at.
See, because like I feel like this division is going to be like the AFC West last year, because the AFC West last year had, remember, they had 4 crazy teams. Low-key, they might be the Broncos of this season. They might be, because like that actually, like that division actually reminds me so much of the AFC West. Of the Bills are the Chiefs, kind of like powerhouse of like the division the last couple years. Great quarterbacks, like great rosters overall. Dolphins are like the Chargers, exciting offense, like gonna put up a lot of points. Sneaky defenses. Raiders and the Patriots are pretty much the same, just kind of like mid, never super bad, never super good. Can't surprise you, but like just kind of mid. And then the Jets and like the Broncos, like kind of been bad, but like on the come up, young, nice rosters. Like they're actually mirrored. Now that I really think about it, they actually mirror each other like perfectly.
They're very similar.
9.5. You know what? I'll go under. I genuinely think they might be like the Broncos. Like I think something's gonna like happen with them or something. I just have like a feeling. I feel like since I kind of went over on the Dolphins, I kind of have to go under on the Jets. I don't think 3 teams are gonna have double-digit wins.
The more
in the same division.
After you said, the more I think about it, you got Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, both run out their times with their teams. Star wide receivers that are young, star running backs, and just couldn't click.
Yeah,
and I think that might be the case for Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, and like I don't know who their offensive coordinator is, because Robert Saleh is not gonna be like he's a defensive oriented head coach. I don't know who their OC is though, but like I don't know. Aaron Rodgers is kind of like a weird guy. I feel like he just kind of doesn't care for football as much anymore. He's kind of doing his own thing. I'd go. I'm not gonna say they're gonna be bad. I think they'll be like a wild card team, but they're not winning the division.
No, not when you have the Dolphins and the Bills.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Patriots, do you have any idea what's going on in New England? I can't even recall any big signings.
I don't know. It's kind of
top of my head.
It's kind of Bill Belichick just doing Bill Belichick things. Could see him retiring soon. I mean, I don't think he really cares that much about like anything. They're low-key in the running for D-Hop. If they get D-Hop, like maybe. I forgot what their win totals were last year. All I know is the Bears destroyed them on Monday night. Made him look like a fool. Because everyone's talking about Bailey Zappi. And
poor Bailey. Could not live up to the expectations.
Precisely.
All right, I think that was all we have for the NFL. Went over a good amount of stuff there. I got this
miss
one.
the NFL.
I do. And here's the thing is that it's not football. It's the NFL. Because they got the XFL on. They got like the USAF or
I don't
whatever
watch that
on.
crap.
No, because I want to see the guys I like. So I introduced this segment last week. It's called Are You Loyal to the Belt? This is UFC related.
Okay.
And I posed this question with Israel Adesanya last week. But since we have 2 title fights this week, I figured I'd bring it up.
Yeah.
Do you feel you will like Volkanovski and Moreno less if they lose the belts, and you will like the champions more? Or do you feel you'll still be loyal to them as a fan?
For flyweight, I don't really care about division as much because it's like flyweight. So like if Moreno loses the belt, I mean it's kind of Moreno, so I feel like you still just gotta like him. And it also kind of same Volkanovski, I'm not gonna like him any less because he's not gonna lose. First of all, like I genuinely just don't think it's possible.
That'd be your biggest upset of the night.
That'd be crazy upset. And you still gotta like Volkanovski even because he's a dog. Like you just gotta. Maybe people like be like disappointed in him if he loses, but like if you're a true Volkanovski fan, like he's gonna come back even better to get the belt back. I feel like that's why you gotta like him even if he loses, because he's gonna come back like even better.
Me personally, I picked Islam Makhachev to beat him, but he gained so many more fans from his win. And honestly, he walked away.
It's the best.
After
if you're
that
going to walk
fight.
away from a loss, I mean, that's kind of the best way to do it.
As for Moreno, I'm a true UFC fan, so I will probably be loyal to him.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, flyweight's not the biggest division.
Yeah,
it's easy to
exactly.
hop from the champion to a top contender.
Yeah.
And they got lots of them.
Fashowski.
All right, Ryan. We've hit the 1.5 hour mark. We've been grinding this.
Hour longer than any of your other podcasts.
Heck yeah. This has been the best one so far.
Yes.
But we got one more surprise for you.
Oh, no.
We have a surprise. The first guest.
He's getting up and stuff. I don't like this. He's going in his bag. What's in his bag? Searching. He's got a...
All right. For those that don't know, Ryan is my dear cousin. A friend, dare I say. Cousins can be your friends.
Precisely, and we are. And
Ryan just graduated high school.
What is this?
You get a little graduation gift.
I did
And
just-
for being
I
on the podcast.
What am I about to receive? Let's look at this. Oh my goodness. I've been gifted a chain. I'm a chain brother now. See how tough this is. Scale 1 out of tough.
Give the cross.
Oh,
chain.
wow. Oh, this is valid. Oh my goodness. I feel like I've just been blessed today. Oh my, I'm a chain brother now.
I had to get you one.
I'm a chain.
I have one.
Oh my god, I'm a chain brother now.
That looks good.
I feel like this is like the new me.
That looks good. It may be backwards. I don't know, but
It might be. I don't know. But now I have to wear this every day for the rest of my life. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Oh, it is on backwards.
I had to get you blinged out. You can turn it around.
I am absolutely blinged. I've just been blessed tonight. Blessed to be on this podcast. Blessed to receive this gift. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Wow, it's actually really nice. I am a chain brother now.
A chain brother.
That's
We got copyright. I got to put that on a shirt.
Chain brother.
I should put out
With the
merch.
chain, yes.
I'm going to write out chain brother right now.
Brother, yes, brother.
Brother. All right, Ryan. We covered a number of topics today.
Yes, we
UFC,
did.
NBA, NFL.
Rappers.
Rappers.
Don't forget
My gosh, we covered
rappers.
so much.
That was a tea segment.
It's been an honor having you on. You're invited back anytime.
Yes.
I appreciate
I like talking
you.
about. I just talk, man. That's probably why this podcast is so long. I just start rambling away.
And we record this late. It's 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah. Look,
Does it feel like 2:30 in the morning?
this fast Twitch kicked in? Not gonna lie.
I was
Sponsored by Gatorade. Fast Twitch. Sponsored by
Gatorade. Hit me up. We're still working on the podcast. I'm hoping to expand to posting videos of it.
Ooh, that'd be tough.
We'll work on it. Find some more guests to talk about stuff.
Hell yeah.
Ryan, one last time, thank you for joining me
Of course.
on the Surprise Jet podcast. I hope you were all surprised. And everyone, have a good night.